Hey, welcome back to another 2 p.m. with a Trigger. As always, we're here to help you shine on camera, shine on stage, to help you and your brand get amplified. So you're seen as a go-to expert in every place, everywhere you go. Of course, we've been also talking about this Beyond Trauma Summit. Really excited to be a part of this. I'll be hosting it and again, collaborating with my partner in crime, actually the creator of these summits, Shannon Peel. We'll bring Shannon on right away. You all recognize her. You all know her by now. She's been around from Market Apeel. Welcome back, Shannon. And we have a summit coming up next week.
Yes, we do. I'm really excited about this one. Was a little leery when they first came up with this topic. Margaret Dennis wanted to do this topic, and I was like, oh, that sounds really heavy. But as we talked about it, we realized that no, we're not talking about the trauma. We're going beyond the trauma and to the hope and how that we can help people get to where they need to be in life. So I'm really excited about it.
Well, and again, as we've talked with our people over the last 2 weeks about this, many of the speakers have said it is a twist on the whole trauma thing. Because often we are talking about, I'm in it, I'm going through it, I don't know what to do, and the pain, the angst. But we're talking about beyond, the after side. And some of the conversations have gone along the side of how do we even help them learn to hold their head up and live again?
Yeah.
So it is a big twist on this, isn't it?
It is. I'm going to be speaking at the event. I get to start it off. Yay! Nail-biter, sharing my story about how I ended up in the mud pit of life and what I did to go beyond the trauma by changing my narrative from victim to hero language. So it's really about finding those. We're going to be sharing tools and ideas that people can really take action on in order to make their life better by learning from those of us who did it the hard way.
Got the merit badges. Yes, we have. But again, it's also a common thread for everyone around the world. Wherever you're at, you've gone through a trauma. You've been in. You're going through it now. You again can look back and sometimes even laugh. And often, as I coach public speakers about storytelling, I also talk about now you can share these stories from a different lens. Mm-hmm. And it's still okay to still get choked up. It's still okay to reveal what the real pain, but now talk about from the other side as a teachable moment too.
Yeah.
It's amazing what happens on the other side.
It is. It's about how you tell your story. And what I learned was how I was telling my story was causing me more trauma. But I didn't know that. So we're going to be giving people tools to help identify, why are you stuck? Why are you continuing to have these things happen to you? And how can you move forward in order to go beyond that? And that is really what the whole thing is about, is healing, hope.
And we have a wide slate, a wide range of speakers. We got, Margaret Dennis, Deb Porter, Christina Hagen Avert. And again, we had a great conversation with Christina and I. Sarah Im, we're going to have Jenny, Whitney, Kate, Laura. The list is huge again. You have put together quite a list of amazing leaders to come in and speak on this.
And they're all going to be talking about different things. That's the great thing about what's happened, about these people that have come in and said, hey, I want to be on this stage. I want to share my tools, my way of helping people go from trauma to beyond trauma. And these people it's everything from grief to helping your children, to being resilient, to planning for the end and how to not have trauma happen because you've planned. There's all sorts of things happening.
Well, and besides hosting this event again, I get the honor to talk about laughter, the laughter of trauma and the caregiver. And my personal story is I've gone through some trauma and I'm still a wackadoodle and a nut and I have fun and I laugh no matter what. How to leverage that laughter through the trauma is really important. Mm-hmm. And it's very messy to learn how to do that. People think, why are you laughing? And they actually push on you your own trauma. They actually push on how serious. And some people's coping mechanism and some people's way through is through laughter. Mm-hmm. And it's okay to laugh in your pain. Did you know that?
It's totally okay. I mean, I make jokes about when I was in the worst of it, my go-to was jokes as well. So, everyone has their own coping mechanism. And we're going to be talking a lot about how you can support people who are in that mud pit. So if you know someone and you want to help them, but you're not really sure what's happening and why they're pulling away from you, we're going to have tools to help you as well.
Right there's a QR code. You can scan that. You can grab that. It can be a part of the summit. It's going to be the 6th through the 10th. It will be live every day. And this is amazing. Now, Shannon is the orchestrator behind the scenes. She's the one that really is crafting the summit, producing it. I get to come on and play and have fun and host. All right. But she's a hard worker. Let's be real serious about this. We have live presentations. We're going to have panel discussions. We're going to have networking opportunities. And for those of you that join and pay, you get the replay videos. You get a copy of a digital book and much, much more. And here's the cool deal. We're doing a 50% savings right now at $25.
Yeah, because when we launch the book in April, the book will be going on sale for $49. And that is the replays, more content where I've listened to the presentation and come up with a tool that you can utilize in order to facilitate your story with the lessons that the person has come up with. So there's lots of stuff in that book that you're going to be getting automatically because you got a ticket for the summit at $25.
Well, and that was kind of the fun part of the first summit you and I worked on together was the book is high definition. It's really cool. So we took content planned in advance. We took content from the summit and we took content from post event as well. It's a full experiential book. Shannon, you're a genius with this.
Well, it's not a book that you can get on Amazon. This is not an ebook, folks. It's not a print book. This is not a book as in what you think a book is. This is, you can only get it on marketapeel.com. It is a multimedia interactive experience. Some of it is free, but if you really want to dive into those presentations, to see the presentations, but if you really want to dive into the content and get the tools to help you understand what your story is in comparison to the information in the book so that you can actionably make that step in your life, that's all in the book there. And yes, there is that $49 fee when the book is published. So you want to make sure that you're getting it.
But that book, the value of that is chock full. And again, before, during, after, and this will be one of those books you're going to go back to. It's a digital asset. It's an amazing tool. And again, the whole idea here is how to go beyond trauma for a better life. That's really the impetus for this event is that you really, we want to reveal it, talk about it, but help you get to have the better life. Because again, with some of the coaching and counseling I've done, you almost have to give people permission sometimes. Yeah, that only say here, I give you permission to go live again. And it's mind blowing that it's that important to be clear. You are allowed to be free.
Yeah, it's amazing when I think about the therapy that I went through. And it wasn't like coaching where, go do this, go do that. It was actually like therapy. And when I think about what the biggest impact was, it was the positive things that she said to me. It was hey, you've got this. That plan that you've come up with, that's brilliant. Those things that I wasn't hearing in my real life. So, there's that type of therapy, but there's also the coaching piece where people help you to discover what it is that you need to move on and go forward and then hold you accountable to do that. You do that in helping people speak and helping people be here on stage and do a really great job. That is your coaching genius. And why people show up for the 2 p.m. live is so that they can learn how to be better here on this small little screen we call a device.
And it's fun. And that's the neat thing about this, because as we talked about when we first began today, it was a touchy subject. You were kind of like, I don't know if we want to do this one. We have a full slate of speakers that actually said, yes, I want in. And it is so important to be free to talk about this sensitive subject.
When you look at the stats, and when people are talking about these stats, they say like 5 out of 10 women will experience trauma. We're talking major trauma. We're talking abuse and rape and all that, like those big things. But really, trauma can be you didn't get the job you wanted.
Yeah.
Trauma can be you lost your job and you're trying to find another one and you can't find another one. Rejection.
Well, trauma is very personal. You always can't define it. It's not in a box because what triggers one will not trigger another. And
Exactly.
what's heard and received is not the same either.
Mm-hmm. I mean, everything from divorce to losing a child, to losing a parent, to, not having a day go well.
Mine was medical.
Yours was medical, that's right.
And it's like slamming on the brakes and putting my head through the windshield. That's how fast mine turned my world upside down. So
they say any sort of change is trauma. Even if it's good change.
Yes.
Even good change can be traumatic because you're having to say goodbye to a chapter in your life for a new chapter. And it's that transition piece that can be traumatic to your system.
By the way, we are focusing today on the Beyond Trauma Summit, but we should also mention here, we do have the Embrace Equity Summit just behind it. That's going to be a one-day event, but since we're here this Friday and they are so close together, I don't want to miss out and let everyone know we got another one coming up too.
I know. And we've got more coming. So I'll quickly let you know about the Embrace Equity Summit. The Embrace Equity Summit, we have 5 amazing speakers coming to talk about how to embrace equity in the workplace. Now, to me, when they came to me and said, hey, we want to do one on equity, I was like, oh, okay. I'll have financial planners, people that invest in startups. I'll have, because I come out of the financial planner world. To me, equity is finance. So I'm actually looking forward to finding out what equity means in the workplace.
Well, and it's a huge topic. I know of people that have done books on it, a lot of keynote speaking on it. It's a massive issue. So we are going to do a one-day event on it. It's going to be laser focused, but you do want to make sure you join us. So watch for that information coming out as well. And again, don't forget, I got that QR code right now. You go right now, register, and join us because we're starting Monday. Mm-hmm. You get to go relax for the weekend, Shannon, but Monday we're out.
Relax? Are you kidding? I'm going to be out trying to sell tickets and trying to get more people out because this, the thing is it's not just the summit, because we have the summit, we have the book. I roll out the book over 5 weeks. We have the book launch, and then I go out and I try to get more people or find people who have that problem, because all of these summits are about a problem: how to stand out in today's digital marketplace, how to go beyond trauma for a better life, how to embrace or equity in the workforce. Mm-hmm. These are people that are looking for those answers, and that is very specific. So if you're out there and you want to get in front of your ideal audience, head over to marketapeel.com. See if one of my stages was a great place for you to use speaking as a marketing channel.
Marketapeel.com. You run it all together. And again, why is it called Apeel? Is there any special reason about that, Shannon Peel?
Well, let's see. Can you see my last name? So yes, my last name. I took my last name and created Market Apeel. My podcast is called Brand Apeel. The summits are called Appealing. My magazine that I've transferred from a magazine to these books was called Appealing, and the whole premise around it was to help you create an appealing life, career, or business. I have a blog called Unpeeled. I have the bookstore is called Book Apeel. I have coaching, which is Create Apeel. I really went all out on the appeal thing.
Check it out. Make sure you connect with Shannon Peel, creator, co-host, summit assembler, producer. She's doing it all. Connect with Shannon. Again, we will see you back on Monday, Shannon. So go recruit, go have fun, but we'll see you back live again. And by the way, this will be a Zoom-driven event. This will not be here on these streaming platforms. So you do need to register. You need to be a part of what's going on. Thanks for taking the time.
You need to get the ticket. And the reason there is a ticket is because we want people in the audience who really are looking for those answers.
So make sure you come and join us. Shannon, thanks for taking the time today. We will see you on Monday. Hey, that's going to do it for this edition of 2 p.m. with a Trigger. It's been great to interview all these many speakers and experts that are coming to join us for the summit. And again, the idea, we found a pain point. actually not Shannon, not me, someone else said, I want to do one because there's a pain point that we need to address. These are pain points with solutions. These are pain points with experts that want to help you. And from the book to the speakers to the interactiveness, it's a wonderful time. Please come and join us. And don't forget, as always, if you ever need any help, you want to better rock the stage, go to rockthestagemedia.com. Reach out to me, learn how we do help you shine on camera, shine on stage, to better help you and your brand shine brighter so you can get the clients, speaking opportunities, and you become that go-to expert in your particular niche. Hey, until Monday, we'll be back for 2 p.m. with the Trigger, and we'll be live. By the way, one more question. We're going to bring Shannon back here. What time are we going live on Monday, Shannon? We haven't even put the time in.
9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
There we go. 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. She's Canadian. We're not going to say anything more about that. So 9 a.m. Monday, come on back and join us again. That's why we do this live every day. You never know what's going to happen on 2 p.m.